Hey there everyone! Today I've got something pretty exciting for you. I've been wanting to add bone broth into my diet, but since I've eliminated vegetables and spices, I've been a little concerned about buying it. Also, it's really expensive. So I got the idea while I was eating ribs one night, looking at the bones on the plate. Hey, why don't I just try making my own? I have bones, right? So I decided to try making my own, and it's surprisingly easy.
I simply save the bones from my meals in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. When I feel like I have enough to line the bottom of my slow cooker, I can make a small batch. Or I could wait and make a larger batch, but for this video, I'm just making a small batch. After adding the bones, I add distilled water just to cover them, seal, and set it to high for 8 hours. I would have left them to go longer on high, but I had to go to bed, so I turned it to low for overnight. Since these are pork and beef ribs, they need to go longer than smaller bones like chicken. When I checked in the morning, the pork ribs had cooked long enough to break open. They could have used a few more hours to become even more fragile, but I was a little impatient. When they get to this point, I take them out and chop them open to expose the marrow before adding them back in. I then cook on high again for several more hours. The total cook time for this batch was 24 hours. When I strain the broth, I make sure to use a fine mesh strainer to catch all the small bits, and usually pass it through a few times. For this batch, I just have enough for one mason jar, so that's going to go in the fridge. They'll keep for about a week in the fridge. For larger batches, I split it up and store the extras in the freezer. After cooling, you can see the fat separates and it becomes really gelatinous. Some people skim the fat off, but on a carnivore diet, we know that's the good stuff. This will turn right back into broth with heat, as you can see. I'm using it in the place of coffee in the morning. I'll heat up about a half cup's worth of broth and top it with a little water. It's pretty delicious, and I only used salt and pepper.
So there you have it. Making your own bone broth is easy, cost-effective, and healthy. Give it a try and let me know how it goes for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.